My name is Tebogo Edwin. That's my work name. In short, my nickname, my work nickname in short is Ed. Also known as TJ in the streets, wherever that is. And Mokoana is my surname. I am a creative in my own small world. I am a fun-loving guy, hey? I'm good at putting people's smiles on people's faces and brightening up the room. So I like making influence and change to whatever that I can influence and change in my small ways. And I just enjoy good energy, hey? Above all, professionally, I am a sartorial consultant. That is in fashion, and it's totally way different to what I've studied though. So I've studied IT from high school. I've been passionate about that, and art, as I'm a free spirit. And right now I'm doing something totally that's different to what I studied. However, I'm not shying away from what I studied. I still want to pursue that, the IT industry in my own way. And right now I'm actually studying project management and business management because I'm an entrepreneur by passion and have the skills and the talent. So I'm educating myself, I believe. I used to be an entrepreneur at school. I was big on making money. It was a good feeling. It only felt natural to me, and connecting to people. It wasn't just about the money. It was the skills that I was learning. People didn't eat if I wasn't selling. So it actually brought the importance. I saw the importance of what I was doing and the influence therefore. I was an entrepreneur throughout high school, and in my own ways, I was selling sweets, guys. Stuckzilla, I was selling everything you'd think of. I had like 5 packets, of which is like 50 each, and the demand was high. I was selling that. I was selling a whole lot of things, edibles, obviously. So that was one part of my life, and shifting to the real world, so it's called. I had to choose between business and IT and soccer. Well, obviously, it's not obvious, but I went for IT because I was also passionate about that, and I really shifted from my creative side and my entrepreneurial side. It was that, and the answer to the question was I shifted from the entrepreneurial side. I went through the IT direction. In the middle, I feel like it's not me, and it's only natural to get to a point in life where you're like, okay, I wanted this, but now that I'm here, it's not what I actually wanted. So I channeled back into my creative side through fashion, and right now I'm a fashion consultant. And I don't think that's the end. That's the crazy part. There's so many changes, and I feel like I'm okay with that. I want to do so many things that's also totally different, and I'm okay with that. I don't get bored easily, but I'm dynamic, so I just want to do so many things at the same time. I've learned the hard way that I shouldn't, but I'm also, it's not going to end with me me doing fashion. It's also going to channel into other industries and sectors, and yeah, we'll see how the end would look. I learn something from everybody, whether it be from work, how people carry themselves, and just life experience. So, for example, my eldest sister and mom and dad is my biggest inspiration, you know? Those are the people that I've looked up to for the longest time, and it would be small things, you know, that I would take note of, mental notes, and think about a lot, and try and incorporate it in my life and how I do things in terms of bettering my ways, you know, in life. So I learned so much. You'd be amazed. You could be somebody that's any personality. Like if you're crazy, and you disregard it, I wouldn't be so quick to judge and disregard you as well, you know? I really analyze the person you are, how you do things, and what I like about what you do, that you do so good. Even the bad things. And that's how I actually help grow myself and my mental state and maturity. It's all the small things, eh? It's really all the small things. I have learned that life is not a one-way route. You know? You have to know where you're going. That's definite. But you don't have to know how you're going to get there. Not in all times. Sometimes there's a clear-cut answer. You need to do this and this and this, right? And procedures to follow. That's understandable. But sometimes you could follow those routes and still find yourself in another destination. And it's okay, you know? Explore that. I've learned that nothing ever happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And wherever you are, explore your life. Feel comfortable, but not too comfortable. Just explore, embrace where you are in life, and take some lessons with you on how you got there and what you need to do to improve and elevate. And that's it. Thing is, I am so thoughtful. Like it's bad. It's good and bad. It's bad when the people around me or the close people around me want some things and manipulate my kindness, knowing that it's going to be hard for me to say no. I'm learning to say no. I might not say yes. However, I will detour and find ways to say no in the most kindest way, because before I say no, so many things come in mind. Like, I think about how me saying no will inconvenience you and how it's just going to make your life harder. You know, everything that will come around that. So I have to say no. It's an industry where I meet a lot of powerful people who like to overuse their power, and yeah, they just love overusing their power and stepping out on top of people, over people, and degrading them. So it was hard for me to learn how to say no, And also saying no to somebody that thinks they're very important and highly profiled. They're not used to people saying no to them. It's been the best way to learn, because it's the hardest way to say no and the hardest people to say no to. However, I've learned, hey, at some points where I just need to say no, I can't, and I just have to put it straight on the table and not dilly-dally. So I've learned there. However, I feel like the people that are close to me still know how to manipulate me in some ways. And I am really thankful and grateful that I have a girlfriend, who has taught me to say no and identify where I'm actually being manipulated by close people, because it's the hardest way to identify who is manipulating you in what way. So she's been my best friend, who actually just shows me like, yo dude, this friend of yours does this and this and this and this. My first reaction, I'm gonna stand up for my friend and be like, oh no, maybe it's this and this and this, and try and get some excuses for them. But in the meantime, I'd know it's true, because I'd think about it and assess the situation, think, okay, cool, I need to be honest with myself. If a person had good intentions for me, they wouldn't be doing this, So that led to a lot of my friendships not working out, and I just assessed all my friendships, and knowing that I have different friendships with different people and a different form of relationship with them. I assessed them, and I had to let some go. I had to. Do I regret it? No. Do I think it's a good decision? Yes, definitely, because it's part of growth, and growth is not easy, It's uncomfortable, but it's something that is essential and imperative in life, I believe. One lesson for somebody in their teens would be enjoy life, have boundaries, strong ones, and go by them. Don't peer pressure. Don't let it get to an extreme level. Just have your boundaries and know who you are. That's the biggest thing, and what you won't do, and also what's important, what you should do to get to wherever you want to be. If you stay true to who you think you are, the person that's in your brain, I believe nothing can shake you off of that. And if you go by that, you will be successful. You'll be the person that you are envisioning. So it's always important to look at the bigger picture and think about that. Always revert back to it. And through whatever you do, think, okay, will this help me to get to where I want to be someday? Or will it help me move one step closer to that? And if it's not going to help you move one step closer or several, don't do it. Don't compromise who you are. A person in there, and a young adult, I would say you're still young. And this is something that I was conversing with a friend of mine who just turned, well, it's not a young adult anymore, but anybody in a bracket of 20 to 30 years, you're still young. Life is still coming at you. So people do get depressed by not getting the job they want, by school, by overthinking if they'll get the job that they're actually studying for, and they're not successful enough, they're not where they envisioned they'll be in such and such time. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Just go by it. I mean, a friend of mine just turned 30, and he was, no, not even 30, 29. He was depressed, thinking, I'm 29, yes, I'm working a job, I got a good job, but I'm not where I wanted to be. I wanted to have a house, particular cars, and a different lifestyle. I told him, don't pressurize yourself. You don't know what might happen tomorrow, you know. You are where you are for a reason. I'm not saying everybody should be comfortable. Don't be comfortable. I told him, don't stress it, you know. Think about it. You still have 50 years of life, you know. Everything is only making sense now. So live life. Use that. You still have 50 years. You're still young. You will make it in the next 50 years, you know, within that next 50 years. So don't put so much pressure on yourself, and don't be comfortable, because once you're too comfortable in any situation, that's when you are not giving your best, your all. In whatever you do, if you find yourself being more comfortable, you should know something is wrong. You know, you need to assess yourself and constantly put yourself in uncomfortable places. And I say that with the right mindset. I say that with the mindset of pressure, the need to do something, the adrenaline rush, you know, in you, that will keep you going. Don't be comfortable, because once you're comfortable, you flop. So that's the advice that I'm also going by. I tend to overthink so many things, and I tell myself, you're still young, you can't get everything figured out. Nobody's expecting you to figure out everything in life and be successful right now. I'm successful in my own ways. Also, things happen in a long period of time, or even short. Slight things happen, and when those add up, you might not see it when they do happen, you know, and take note of it and actually appreciate them. But small things happen, positive things, and you need to take note of that and look into the bigger picture. Oh, is this actually, I've just moved one step closer to where I wanted to go. That being career, lifestyle, your life in general, and happiness. That's big steps, you know. So yeah, just don't be hard on yourself too much. So the need of men wanting to provide at all times comes, it's ancient. Men were the sole providers. A man feels needed, and he feels useful and influential when he can provide, you know. And once that's taken away from a man, he feels less of a man. It's crazy, but it's still happening. I can relate from my own personal life. I also like providing. It makes me feel important. It makes me feel like I'm actually doing something, and I'm more of a man in somewhat way. Yeah, I think it just dates back to years back, just men providing for their families. And in today's times, I still believe that through what people say and how they project a man, that factor is still there, you know. And once you hear something from, a specific thing from different people in in many ways, you know, they might not put it in the same way, but the concept is the same. It will actually be embedded in your mind, you know, and it will influence you. So I tend to also, I'm hard on myself. I believe I'm hard on myself, and I like providing for my girl and for my baby Coco, who's coming soon. Save the date. So I've been hard on myself on providing for them, my small family, and making sure that they're happy and they have everything that they need, you know. They don't run out from anything, you know. So I'd rather starve myself, of which I do a lot lately, because I'm working overtime and just making sure I can put bread on the table at the end of the day, you know, and make sure she doesn't have to worry about anything, and she's taken care of which we fight a lot about. We literally fight over that, because I want to do so much and she's like, nah, you can't do this, I'm gonna do this as well. Oh my God, music is my life. Music is my life, because it brightens my day. It changes my mood when I actually want to switch up in different moods. Like the people that know me know that I listen to a lot of music, and I have a good ear for music. Different moods call for different music, and I'd find myself having a bad day, or you know, and I just know like which song will actually brighten my day and make me feel better or worse, and I just tune into it, and it feels good. It's a good feeling to know that you can rely on music and what music means to you, you know. It changes my mood, it gives meaning to my life, and it's amazing. It's just a good feeling that I get from it. My girlfriend knows that when I'm not in a good mood or whatever, she even suggests, hey babe, I know maybe I can't get you in a better mood, so aren't you gonna listen to some music or something? You know. And once I do, it actually eases me, and yeah, puts me in a better mood and changes my energy for the better. So I love music. I'm always listening to music, always. Bad to good, definitely. Sometimes in rare occasions it doesn't, or maybe I'm listening to the wrong music, I just don't feel it, and maybe I'd have to actually think in peace. But it's influencing my life in such a good way. I love it. Does it ever influence me, well, put me in a good to a bad mood? No, unless if maybe I'm listening to some R&B and I'm like, yeah, if not that, then, oh, unless if also I'm listening to the wrong type of music and I can't change it and I want to listen to something different, maybe that. But yeah, overall it has a good influence. Right now I watch a lot of crime, detective, suspense things, and it switches my mindset, you know. In somewhat way influences that, and I tend to think in that manner. I can make a good example. I was watching Bull the other day, educational also. There's an episode where he studies people's reactions and thought process, right? So if I were to ask you something and you were to, before you answer or while you're answering, you look to the right, that means you're channeling the right side of your brain, and that is the creative side, of which might indicate that you're lying, because you're being creative with what you're saying or looking for creative ways to come around whatever, you lie. And if you look to the left, you're channeling the memory side of your brain. So you're actually thinking of something or resembling or, something like that. So I've used that a lot. Most cases I was right, FYI, with that analogy. But yeah, it influences me a lot. I was watching doctors gave it a name before going to school, and I thought I wanted to be a doctor. I was watching Suits. It actually influenced me. Suits. I specialize in suitings for men, women, anything, bro. Classic. So I kind of maybe that has manipulated me or inspired me or influenced me. Now we're good looking suits, I believe, I hope. And also being a lawyer, they made being a lawyer seem such a cool thing, Mike Ross. My family, when they see this, I'm like, they're gonna be like, But I've tend to put my friends first, and not myself, in some occasions, and knowing that's not gonna work out for me, just pleasing them. So that is a bad trait of mine. Thank God I have my close people around to actually correct me, because I stand to be corrected at all times, So yeah, just putting them first and putting myself last. It has not worked out for me. In most ways, it hasn't worked out for me in a good way, and that is a bad trait of mine, which I'm still working on, and I will get it right. What else? A lot. It starts from when I wake up and I'm like, Instagram. I shouldn't, and chill in bed. I procrastinate, and I like doing things on my own time. I'm thinking of all the things that my girlfriend complains about. I like doing things in my own time. That's a bad thing. I need to change, and I don't know, I'm pretty much a perfect person besides that. Hello, I'm pretty perfect besides that, So yeah, that's me. What else do I hate? Oh, I'm too kind and too thoughtful, even when I shouldn't be. And I am too, this is me just making myself seem like a better person. I'm kidding, but for real. Yeah. Putting myself last. That's something that needs to change. Yeah, with immediate effect. So yeah, that's me, guys. Hope you like me, and I'm still pretty perfect besides that. I might take situations lightly, but also it's not a bad trait for me per se, because I only make jokes in bad situations, serious situations, trying to bring light into it and life into it, Yes, it's stressful, and yes, it's serious. I don't disregard that, but I make the most out of it, So that's me, But I am serious when I have to be. I take serious situations serious, and I just, it wouldn't hurt just making light of this of a bad situation, or whatever it is. It's always gonna be there. It's not gonna go anywhere. So let's just enjoy our time that we have in this earth, and embrace laughter, and life, basically, Yeah, I doubt myself in some things, and especially when I'm uncomfortable. But it's something that needs to change as well, because when I put my head to something or focus on something that I doubted myself on and put myself to the test, actually, in most cases, I exceed my expectations. So, putting myself out there more is what I need to do.